Hi Libra, welcome to your July read. I'll be doing a Celtic cross spread with this Rider-Waite Tarot deck, and I'll be pulling clarifiers with the Wild Reflections Tarot and a couple of oracle cards as well. I've actually already shuffled all the decks. I'm just putting your energy into these cards before I pull them. Let's see what's coming in for you. We've got, the Four of Cups in the heart of your spread. Interesting energy. Crossed by the Strength. Nice. The Five of Pentacles underneath. Okay. Seven of Swords in your recent past. Eight of Cups in your crown. These are some interesting energies going on here, Libra. You've got the Knight of Pentacles in your near future. I like that one. The Tower. Wow. You have the Tower in your advice position. Really interesting. The Magician in your external factors. Wow. The Ace of Swords. And the Lovers in your outcome. What a beautiful ending. I love that. Bottom of the deck, you have the Six of Wands. That's fantastic. Nine of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles, fantastic. So the Six of Wands is all about victory and celebration, recognition for all your hard work. That's the energy overseeing this whole read, along with the two oracle cards I'm about to pull. So from our Enchanted Forest, I love this one, the Whispering Fern. Trust your intuition to guide you on your path. Such a simple and important message. That's really beautiful. From our Spirit Animals Oracle, we have the Humpback Whale with Singer. I love all of these cards. They're all so beautiful. Sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. It's so beautiful. And it even rhymes. Look at that gorgeous humpback. They're on the move at the moment down here in Australia. So beautiful. So these two cards are both pointing to trusting your inner guidance, your intuition, your inner wisdom. Sing your song. All right, so trusting your intuition is apparently going to bring in this victory, this sense of victory and accomplishment. There may be a need for you to take some time out to rest with that Nine of Wands under there. It hasn't emerged yet, so it's not a guarantee, but just be aware. You might just feel a bit worn out at some point. Please honor your well-being and your health and take time out. Trust your intuition. Listen to your body as well as your intuition to ensure that you actually get the rest that you need before you venture back out into the fold. And that Ten of Pentacles is all about abundance. This is fantastic. Okay, in your main spread, this Seven of Swords in your recent past is indicating some kind of deception, some kind of sneakiness. Sometimes with the Seven of Swords, I get a little bit of self-deception. Sometimes it's about having to de-escalate conflict because he's stealing the swords so that people can't fight with them. But this can also be an indication that there's been someone around you that has been a little bit sneaky with you, that there's been just some difficulties that you've had to deal with because someone hasn't been upfront with you or they've just been a little bit underhanded. I'm not getting it that it's like a really intense issue. It feels more like a frustration or an annoyance than something that's like a major betrayal. But it has left you feeling a little bit closed off. This Four of Cups, it can be about boredom or dissatisfaction with what's going on. But coupled with this Seven of Swords, it's also about feeling like you just don't want to deal with it anymore. It's just so frustrating when things fall apart because of some kind of dishonest communication or someone just trying to do something a little bit sneaky or underhanded. And this feels like a card that's quite deliberate. But I do have to say that it might not always be intentionally done to hurt you or to harm you. But whatever this is, it's still happened and it's left you just feeling really frustrated and like you don't want to open yourself up to this situation again. The warning with the Four of Cups is to be mindful not to close your heart off because there's something better coming in. It's this cup being given to you by the universe is a reflection of the Ace of Cups. The universe wants to give you some new love, a new passion, new hope. This is coming in for you. And you do need to know that this has made you stronger. The Strength card, however, in your challenge position, for you, Libra, I'm actually getting, because the other message for the Strength card is a mastery of the ego, I'm getting the message of to not fall into the trap of blame. That's an aspect of the ego, Don't sort of sit in this disgruntled Four of Cups energy and stew on everything that's gone on in the past. Use instead the strength to power you forward. You've learned lessons from whatever this is that's gone on. You've gained wisdom and authority and resilience, and you are going to be much more successful as you move forward. It has hurt you, especially because you've got the Five of Pentacles in the bottom of the spread. This is actually at your subconscious level. It's below the surface. The Five of Cups is a feeling of being left out in the cold. It does have more of a flavor of betrayal, but what I'm feeling is what's happened at the surface is not actually as deeply malicious as your subconscious has taken it to be. There's something that has possibly been triggered in you because of whatever this was, something possibly connected to something in your past. Something in you has been triggered by this event, and it's caused you both to close off and to feel this sense of abandonment and desertion and being left out in the cold. What I would really love is for you to follow these Whispering Fern and Humpback Whale cards and trust your intuition. These Five Pentacles are on the stained glass window of a church. The very strong positive message from the Five of Pentacles is to go within. To go within to find the comfort, support, and wisdom from this issue, from this event that's taken place. If you can go within, so this is already a subconscious card, but it means that it's not in your awareness. If you're finding yourself being reactive and feeling stubbornly angry or frustrated over whatever this situation is, and you're finding it hard to let go of whatever this was, try and take time out to go within and just feel what's happening right at your heart and deep in your subconscious, so that this can have the light shone on it. Because when it's lit up, it's not hidden and it won't be harming you anymore. This situation is already passed by the time you get to this stage, so it's not going to keep harming you. What will keep harming you is this sense of loss and betrayal that you hold on to at the subconscious level. So if you can shine a light on it, you'll actually be able to move through it more quickly, more easily. I'm laughing because we've got the Knight of Pentacles in your future, which is not about moving quickly, but we'll get to that. I do want to jump up to the crown of your spread. This Eight of Cups is very much about walking away from what no longer serves you, and that makes perfect sense. Things have come to light, that eclipse energy, and you've realized that this is not satisfying you. You're not, what's good is you're not holding on to the situation. Whatever this is, you've recognized you're not satisfied, you've had enough of it, and you are walking away from the situation. That's why I'm saying it's not hanging around. The situation itself has reached some kind of conclusion. You're walking away from it. You're moving on at the conscious level. It's just what's happening below the surface that I do want you, if you can, at some point, go within using that beautiful Whispering Ferns energy and that Humpback Whale energy to just hear what's happening, hear the song that's going on deep in your soul and helping it to shift and heal. Now, the Knight of Pentacles in your near future, this feels like it's got two meanings for me. It's the same meaning, but it's happening on two levels. The Knight of Pentacles is a very slow moving card, but he's also very reliable. He's planted his seeds and he's waiting patiently for them to grow, and they're going to grow strong. They're going to put down deep roots, and it's going to bring in a lot of abundance. That Ten of Pentacles there. So what this feels like for me is, it's like you've learned your lesson from whatever this is in your recent past, in your current situation. You are not going to rush into anything, which may have been what led to this Seven of Swords situation. You are instead going to take things one step at a time. You're going to be really clear with the details. You've got to dot all your I's, cross all your T's, and make sure you know exactly what path you're taking from the beginning. So that's really positive. It's very slow and steady. But, slow and steady wins the race. You're going to actually be really successful with this. And you're using that strength, that resilience, and that wisdom that you've gained from that situation. What I would love for you to do, however, is also apply this to this Five of Pentacles, this hidden energy, because this wants to move. And the aspect that I'm getting for this is that it may be a slow process. So if that's the case, just be patient with yourself as well. Be a little generous with yourself. Be kind to yourself. If you think that you've let this situation go, that you've let go of all of the blame and frustration, and then something comes up and it all stirs up again, that's fine. It's just a process. Don't be hard on yourself. Know that this is going to shift. And the more you bring awareness to it, you bring light to this hidden sense of betrayal and abandonment and loss, the more it will shift and evolve into something that much more resembles this strength card. Okay. I'm laughing again because the next card we're looking at is the Tower. Now, in this position, this is telling me that if you don't process this, and it can be nice and slow, it's fine, but if you don't process this, if you don't go within, if you don't make steps to shift things, this Tower is going to come in and change things for you. This is big dramatic shifts, dramatic endings. In this position, this is asking you to be willing for big changes to happen. Try not to resist it. Try to trust that the universe is on your side and it's bringing this in for your best good. It can be quite tumultuous, the Tower energy, but it's always because the universe wants you to move on to the path that you made for yourself. And for whatever reason, you've fallen off it and up to this point. You're getting back on it with the Knight of Pentacles, but the Tower wants things to happen quickly and dramatically. So you get to go nice and slow, one step at a time, but just be aware that this Tower will possibly bring in something dramatic and fast to shift things forward. It's like the leap forward. You go nice and steady at your own pace, and then the Tower will leapfrog you forward when it's time. So you don't need to do anything to bring this in except be open to it, be ready for it, and try not to resist it. Because if you resist, it's just going to make it harder for you. It's going to make it more uncomfortable. Okay, you've got the Magician in your external factors. I'm kind of loving this in this position because it's giving me a message I haven't had before with that card in that position. I'm actually feeling like people around you are seeing you as a bit of a magician. I feel like you're walking your own path. You're doing your own thing. You're not so much a maverick, but you're probably not walking a typical path through life, at least during this month. And the people around you are seeing you as someone really dynamic, this master manifester, this alchemist who's creating magic out of nothing. That's the feeling, the flavor that I'm getting. So it's less about the people around you being the magician in this case, and more about the people around you seeing you as the magician. You're creating the life that you want. You're starting to choose how you want to live. And because you've made that choice, because you've started taking these steps, slow and steady as the Knight of Pentacles, that's why this Tower wants to come in, because it knows where you're heading and it wants to give you a boost. That's why I don't want you to be resistant to it or afraid of it. This is so incredibly positive. It's such a positive outcome from something that was probably really uncomfortable and has obviously left you quite hurt as a result. But you're coming out of this so much better. And it's almost like if this hadn't happened, you wouldn't have had such progress coming into your future. It's awesome. It's amazing. You had the Ace of Swords in your hopes and fears, which is telling me you just want inspiration, new ideas, the support of the universe. You want the universe to help manifest your ideas and inspiration, all these things that you have in your head that you've been possibly wanting to bring into reality for a long time. And the people around you are seeing you as this magician that's manifesting these big ideas. You're wanting this, and the universe is hearing you, which is why this Tower is where it is, because the universe wants to give you what you're after. It just can be a little bit destructive, because if you're too stuck on certain processes and ways of doing things in the world, it can take a really long time to properly manifest big ideas and big dreams. The universe can help us leap forward. So that's what the Tower's for. Okay, I've talked about it a lot because this is such a powerful energy, especially in this position. For this read, it feels like it's really potent. It's exciting. I'm excited for you. I mean, the outcome, you've got the Lovers. What an awesome card to end on. The Lovers is about you choosing love, and I'm so feeling that you're choosing how you want to live your life, because you are the magician that everyone is seeing you as. You've gone nice and slow until this tower's come in and blown everything up, and you're creating the life that you want, which is a life filled with love. And the choices that are available to you are really connected with your heart, with what you truly, truly want. This is angelic support. This is like the angel and the universe that brought in this tower, and now it's overseeing how happy and content and calm everything is. And you're just feeling so happier as a result. There could be an actual choice to be made about a partner, a partnership, particularly a romantic partnership. By the time you get to this point, it's like you've gone through so much. This Lovers card is telling me by the time you get to the end of this, there is space within you to allow this love to come in, but in a really big way, because you haven't just gone to another Cups card, you've gone to the major arcana with the Lovers. So there could be a choice. You might actually need to really open your heart all the way up, which is what I really wanted you to do with that Four of Cups. Keep your heart open to someone being a part of your world and a part of your life. And it doesn't have to be a person. It could be a new pet. I mean, we all love our pets so much. Well, at least I do. And most of us do, I think. And it could be about a new hobby or a new house or even a new job. It's something that's just so deeply satisfying. But this is still a choice. You don't have to choose to take this new love, this new passion, this new offer that's coming through. But I kind of feel like you'd be missing out if you didn't choose to take it. So the offer is there, and I'm definitely encouraging you to open your heart and embrace it fully. Let me pull some clarifiers on some of these cards. I feel like what I want to do is pull on these. It's mainly the Seven of Swords and the Four of Cups, because the Four of Cups has come out of this Seven of Swords. But it does have a little bit of flavour of the Strength card. And we'll see what comes out with the Five of Pentacles. I may need to pull some more on that one, but then I'm going to pull on the Tower and the Lovers just to see what else is coming in for you. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. The Three of Swords. Okay. It's definitely hit your heart. That's why that Five of Pentacles has come in. There is something that feels like a betrayal to you. Just because it doesn't feel heavy to me on the surface, it doesn't necessarily feel really deeply malicious, as in something that might have caused a ripple effect in your material world. It still has pierced your heart. It's caused a sense of betrayal and grief that you're going to need to work through and process, because you don't want this Five of Pentacles energy below the surface to hang around for too long. It's all of the same stuff I've said already, but that it doesn't really surprise me that Three of Swords came out, considering what I was picking up there. I am sorry that you've been through that though, Libra. That's a hard situation. All right, we've got the Page of Cups that popped out as I was shuffling there. I'll leave that for a moment before I interpret. And the Hermit. All right, this is really beautiful. This Page of Cups feels like it's reflecting that Ace of Cups in the Four of Cups card. This little cup that's being offered by the universe there. This is telling me that even in the midst of your grief, there is still love around you. There's still hope and passion and a new beginning available to you if you can actually keep your heart open and stay present instead of getting too absorbed in this grief and this loss and this betrayal. It's hard to hear it when you're in it. So I'm hoping if anyone's listening to this at all, that you're not in the midst of it, that can be prepared for when it comes in. If you're in the midst of it, maybe come back to this read later. And if you've just moved beyond the actual situation and are just feeling this sense of betrayal and grief as something that's not overwhelming but is still present, this is a really good time to actually put into practice what these cards are saying. And the main message is this Hermit card. So to go within, this is the Whispering Fern and the Humpback Whale again. Go within, really, really connect with your heart. I mean, you can see her hands across her hands are in prayer position over her heart. And this beautiful infinity symbol is connecting her heart with her higher wisdom, her higher self. If you can meditate, obviously that's the perfect practice to go within. But any activity that allows you to connect in with your heart and just go nice and quiet. Just be with yourself, even if it means sitting by a creek and listening to the water trickling over the rocks. It's a very soothing sound, and it quiets the mind and allows the heart to speak. It is definitely your heart that needs to be heard right now with that Three of Swords. And I said, there is still love around you. There is the possibility of a new beginning and new hope around you, but you're not going to be able to feel it if you're too caught up in that. So do take the time out. I feel like I've said everything I can say about this. It's a really beautiful time when you go within and connect with grief. It can be very, very transformative. It can obviously be painful, but if you're open to experiencing the pain, it can be so cleansing and healing when you move through it. And really trust your intuition. And this message right at the bottom of this card here, the Humpback Whale card, align with your purpose and the power in your soul. That's reflective of that strength card there. You have the strength and the ability to do this. You can absolutely get through this, Libra. It's just a process. So if you need to go slow and steady with that Knight of Pentacles, do that. You don't need to rush this process. Okay, let's have a look at this tower. It's a really cool card there. At least we know that it's not this grief and this betrayal is not going to last the whole month, because that tower is bringing in some big changes for you. And you're ending with the Lovers. It's what a beautifully positive note to end on. Okay. Wow. All right. We got 3 cards all flip out at once. I just want to show you, you've got the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Remember I said this is the Ace in this 4 of Cups here. This Ace has just popped its face out to let me know, because this is not, I haven't finished shuffling this deck yet, so this is not the final card for the bottom of the deck, but it's popped out to just remind me, to remind you that this is available for you. Just like this Page of Cups, this Ace of Cups, the universe wants to bring you something new, bring you new love, and I feel like that's why this tower has come in. You've got the King of Wands, the 8 of Wands, and the 6 of Wands. Holy cow, so much action, and most importantly, you have the 6 of Wands twice. This is a huge highlight, underline, exclamation point. You are going to be victorious. This whole tower situation is about bringing action and change and adventure and new directions and victory into your life, into your world. The King of Wands in this deck is very emperor-like. He's the only king in a throne, and he's also extremely adventurous. He has the map of the world behind him and his backpack next to him. So even though he's currently taken the role of the emperor, he's ready to go at a moment's notice for his next big adventure, and that's what this tower wants for you. It wants you to be in charge of your life and being able to choose which direction you go. And that's why that Magician has come in above there. It's like the people around you can see you as the magician before you can see it. That's just because you're processing a lot of stuff, and you will get to that point by the end, and you'll be able to see how far you've come once that Lover's energy comes in. This 8 of Wands, again, new direction. This is a big shift of energy. This feels like news or communication that's coming in to either shift you in a new direction or push you forward on the path that you've already chosen. You don't have to up and change jobs or careers all in one hit. You don't have to change relationships or move house. You could, though. This is the kind of energy that's fresh and new. Even if you stay exactly where you are, doing exactly what you've always been doing, this burst of fresh energy with the 8 of Wands, it kind of reignites your passion and drive, and it just pushes you forward with just a new flavor of energy. It's really positive. And as I said, the 6 of Wands is just telling me that you're going to be victorious at the end of this. Victory, celebration, recognition for how far you've come. And you deserve this Ace of Cups. You deserve this new love to come in. So enjoy this and stay open to the possibilities. I'm going to pull on the Lovers card. I like pulling on the Outcome card because the outcome is never the end point. It's always the next door that opens for the next adventure. I'd just like to see if there's anything more I can give you on that, on what's coming in. Ooh, we have the Page of Swords. Fresh inspiration. There's something, what I'm feeling is, so this, you want new inspiration from the universe to come in. What this Page of Swords is telling me is that you've already had ideas hanging in the background. You've got big ideas. I think I said that already with the Ace of Swords. You've got big ideas, big inspirations, and you hadn't been able to implement it previously. This fresh new Page of Swords energy is sort of telling me that now is the time, and you can choose to actually manifest whatever this new idea is into your life. The pages are the beginning steps of this. So you might have already started implementing something, but this comes in quite fast as well, and especially coming after those 3 wands action-orientated energies. This is saying it could come in fast because you have this fresh new burst of energy. You have enough energy and drive to actually bring this into reality now, which is fantastic. Oh, you've got the Queen of Cups. I love this Queen of Cups. She's so open, prioritizes her own well-being, and she's just loving life. She doesn't have the same flavor of maternal, gentle, humble energy that the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot Queen has, but it doesn't mean she's any less vibrant. She's got so much joy. There's this confident, passionate, feminine energy about her. So whatever this is with the Lovers that's bringing in this choice, you can choose to be this vibrant, passionate person. And what I always, I can't help, whenever I see this card, I picture Jane Fonda from like the 80s being that corporate winner of everything. I don't know, she's just got this flavor. It reminds me of her from Grace and Frankie and what I imagine she would have been like during the 80s, you know, just owning the world. You can kind of choose to be this person who just owns your life. Love it. Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is fantastic. What I really love about this, so you've got the 8 of Pentacles here. You had the Knight of Pentacles, which is very grounded, very slow and steady. And then you had all of this big, big energy coming in. And even these 2 cards, the Page of Swords and the Queen of Cups, feel very vibrant and passionate. This 8 of Pentacles feels so grounded and steady and calm. It's not the slow, steady pace of the Knight of Pentacles, but what this 8 of Pentacles is saying is that you're nurturing something. You've planted seeds and they're growing, and you're nurturing their growth. You're mastering this skill. You're mastering this passion and this inspiration that you've brought into the world, and you're supported by this angelic presence that's actually brought the changes in for you through that tower. Very, very cool. I love that 8 of Pentacles came in. It's like it's grounding all of this big, big, wild energy into something tangible and solid and steady for you to actually move it forward at the pace that you choose. Awesome energy. The bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Wands. I actually really love the 10 of Wands in this deck. Wow, the High Priestess and the 10 of Swords. Okay. Death of the ego, that's big energy. The High Priestess too, that's bringing in these 2 oracle cards, which are about trusting your intuition. The 10 of Wands I particularly love in this deck because it's not so much about the end of a journey of carrying burdens, but the end of a harvest. He's finishing his harvest and now he gets to enjoy the fruits of all of his labor and hard work. That's what's coming out of this. And in fact, it's coming out of this whole read. You're finally at a point towards the end of July where you can enjoy the fruits of all the hard work that you've put in to get yourself to this point of contentedness and satisfaction and nurturing something new going forward. Really positive. Okay, let's pull 3 final message cards for you from the Rider-Waite Tarot. Okay, wow, the Judgment card just flipped over in the deck. Okay. So Libra, this might actually be a bigger deal than it seems on the surface, and that's possibly why that angel came in and brought this tower energy in, because this is a big part of your higher spiritual journey. This Judgment card is about a huge awakening. This angel is calling the dead back to life. That feels like what's happening for you as well, even at a more mundane human level. You're being brought back to life after this situation that left you a bit heartbroken and feeling like you were left out in the cold. But the big message for the Judgment card is that this is happening at a very high level as well. And it's creating a bit of a spiritual awakening within you. Even if you're not super sensitive to that within yourself, know that this whole journey through this month is going to leave you transformed in a really positive way. Your life is going to start shifting into a much more satisfactory phase. The other thing I'm getting with the Judgment is to just trust this process, which I've already said before, I think. Trust the process, especially with that Tower. Know that this is for your highest good. That's very much why that Judgment had to come in. It needed to let you know that this Tower is ultimately for your greatest good. It's wild that the cards that we're clarifying, it was so positive. Not a single negative card in there. All right, the Page of Pentacles. We've gone back to the pages again. So we've had the Page of Cups, Page of Swords, and now the Page of Pentacles. This is beautiful. This is the student card. He's, again, very slow and steady, but he's so optimistic and hopeful and positive about what he's doing in the world. So you can be completely grounded in your reality and crafting this new journey for yourself, learning new things and enjoying the beauty of the world around you and your life, even while this massive transformation is going on at a higher level. You don't need to be completely absorbed by this higher level transformation. You can just enjoy your life, do your things, do whatever you need to do. You can take this read at whatever level you want to take it at, because it's happening at both levels and you are progressing at both levels. So positive. Okay. These are big cards. You just got the Death card. Wow. All right. So these are your message cards, your final message cards. So the Death is basically part of this Judgment, part of this Tower. The Death is also an ending, a transition. It's something, though, that you know needs to happen. The Death is not a sudden out of the blue event like the Tower. The Death is something that, because you know it's coming in and it's expected, you can actually welcome it more easily. It's still a big shift. This is a major arcana, and it's going to create change in your life and in your world. For these to be your final messages, it's pretty intense. But I'm actually really excited for you, especially because you've got that Lovers there. You've got these two angels that are watching over you and that are actually lifting you into a higher state of being. And whatever this shift is, it is definitely happening at both a higher and a more human level. And it's something that's going to bring in a positive shift. And this Death, it feels to me like you're finally shedding those parts of you that you really don't need anymore. You've walked away from something you no longer need, a kind of a very human level. This has got very big very quickly. And you went through this process of the heartbreak and the grief and that sense of abandonment, massive shift with the Tower. And now this Death is saying that it's time to really shed all the last little pieces of the things that are keeping you trapped in old patterns, old habits, old ways of thinking or feeling, and let yourself be the student as you move through this. At a down here level, at a human level, be the student, be open to the changes that are coming in, and know that you're moving through life with the support and guidance of the universe and your angels and your guides. You're not doing this alone. And you have this beautiful intuition. So some part of you knows that this is for your best and highest good. Let me just have a look at the bottom of the deck. So I didn't actually look at that. Okay, you've got the Moon. So there can be a little bit of lack of clarity or confusion around whatever's going on. The Page of Wands. You've got all the pages now. That's amazing. So you're a student at every level. Heart, mind, energy, material. It's very great. It's very cool. But yes, there is a degree of confusion or lack of clarity when things are happening at this level, and there are lots of changes, lots of deep changes and shifts going on. But if you can, what I'm feeling with all of those pages coming through is that if you can be that student, keep yourself in that student mentality and trust that it's that youthful student, you know, as a kid when you learn new things, it's completely new. And you have to just trust that the people that are teaching you know what they're talking about. And it can be exciting, even if it's a little scary to learn so many new things all at once. It's an exciting adventure. So try to keep that youthful, excited openness about all of these new things that are coming in. Because ultimately you are going to be victorious. You got that Six of Wands twice. That's a really important message. You are going to be victorious. So if you can't see where you're going, if you're not sure what's ahead, the Hermit's face is in that Moon. It's asking you to trust and go within. So that's the same card that we got here. Go within, trust that inner light to guide you. Listen to your song, trust your intuition. You have so much support within and without, at a material level and a spiritual level. You're going to be fine, Libra, and I wish you all the best for July.